Rudy.
Alright. Sonic has finally won against Eggman. Now that he has settled, he longs to go back to his more adventurous days. Will this lead to Out Hero's demise?
I mean, I guess, judging by the title. But, let's see.
It was a Wednesday. A Wednesday he would never forget. Sonic the Hedgehog was walking down the streets as he usually did, like always. Years ago, he had saved the world from Robotnik, who later spiraled into a depression and stopped doing the bad things. Instead, he turned his life around and got a job at the local IHOP. What is this fucking Mad Libs?
Dr. Robotnik working at the International House of Pancakes.
Yeah, you know. Sonic himself decided to settle down and start a family with the girl who had always admired him. Her name was Audra Bradford. Who the fuck is that? You know, from all the other Sonic games, Audra Bradford, drawing a blank here.
She's a character from the comics, I'm sure. That's how we found out where Scourge was from. I thought he was like a Sonic OC.
She was a human woman that Sonic had fallen in love with, despite her being 12 years younger than her. Oh no. Oh no! Oh man, it's a good thing I have a neutrality to make sure I don't get fucked here.
Abort! Abort!
Together they got married and had 3 beautiful children. Keith, Declan, and Gertrude.
Wow!
What? I feel like I'm not reading. I don't feel like...
What is the clan?
I don't know!
What isn't the clan?
Oh jeez.
I don't know. Oh jeez. Sonic was happy for a time when you know his daughter Gertrude and all. It was always the same.
And then Sonic got the 7-year itch.
It was always the same with Sonic. He was getting bored. It was time that Sonic changed his routine, make his life more exciting. He started going out for runs in the middle of the night behind his wife's back, getting into all sorts of rambunctious shenanigans. I feel like you Googled both of those words. I reminded Sonic of when he was wild, free, and young. I thought, you know, not wild, young, and free. You'd have to change it up. Now you're a real fucking thinker. Just like the old days. It was that Wednesday night that he took things too far. Sonic was running through the neighborhood when he came across the house of his old nemesis, Eggman. They just live on the same street now. Is that what's going on? He got depressed and moved into a cul-de-sac with Sonic?
With his underage wife.
Oh. For old time's sake, Sonic decided to ring the doorbell and play some sort of nasty prank on him. Sonic, the grown man. However, when Robotnik opened the door, Sonic was in for a surprise. Eggman was unrecognizable. Instead of his round, egg-shaped body, he was slim and fit with a nice six-pack of abs. Instead of a bald head, he was wearing a dashing and very convincing toupee. Sonic was taking...
get fan art of that? I want to see trim and fit Robotnik with a toupee.
That is 3D, man. We could get it fucking put in Source Filmmaker.
Oh my god.
Sonic was taken aback and thought to himself, is this Eggman? No way. Before Sonic could speak, however, Robotnik rubbed his sleepy eyes and asked Sonic, Sonic, is that you? Sonic was hesitant before saying, Eggman. Saying this took Robotnik back. He shook his head. Don't call me that anymore. That isn't who I am. Just call me Ivan.
That was just a phase. I'm Ivan now.
Sonic couldn't believe it. Had Eggman really changed this much, he had to find out. Okay, can I come in, Ivan? Ivan scratched his head, his not so bald head. Sure, I suppose. What for? Sonic paused. Think of a reason. Just to catch up, I guess. It's been so long, you know.
Oh, you know. Sonic's gonna kill him. That's how he gets into prison.
Sonic then entered Ivan's house, a well-put-together little house. Sonic was impressed. There was no sign of Ivan's past life. It felt to Sonic like he regretted it immensely. They began talking to one another for hours. Sonic went on about his life but found interest in Ivan's life after his defeat. Sonic was admired by Ivan's bravery as he fought through his depression and climbed his way from bankruptcy to make a decent living for himself. How did he go broke? I feel like you skipped the detail there. But, you know, when you get depressed, I guess you just file bankruptcy. That's how it works now. That's what I did. Sonic was touched by Ivan's story and felt bad for what he had done to him in the past. That story was incredible. I feel so bad now for what I did to you, but Ivan just smiled. There is no need to apologize. What I did back then was reprehensible. Another word I looked up on Thesaurus.com. I just wished I hadn't bothered in the first place. Sonic comforted Ivan. All is forgiven. Sonic and Ivan moved closer to each other. From that moment,
oh no!
not a word was spoken. The rest of the night was filled with an explosion of love and passion between the hedgehog and his former enemy.
Oh god!
It was a night that had thrilled Sonic to the core, but one that he regretted the next
morning.
Death
Egg impacted with Earth that night.
The next day, Sonic began walking home. He feared for what his wife might think, where he was all night. He had even contemplated not going home at all. He grabbed a coffee and decided to face his wife. However, upon stepping aside, he found that his wife was not there. Instead, there laid a note on the coffee table that read, "Hello, sweetie. I've gone off for groceries. I'll be back in an hour." But the phone's
also, I'm leaving you.
Also, there was someone who wanted to speak to you. He said he knew you. Take care, dear. Sonic thought it was peculiar that his wife didn't even question his disappearance. He looked beside the note to find a number. It must have been the person his wife had mentioned in the note and decided to give it a call. After a few rings, a voice on the other side of the phone was all too familiar. Tails, is that you? It's been so long. So what, after they just defeated Robotnik, everybody just fucking left to the four corners of the planet? Like, nobody wanted to say, hey, maybe we should all hang out. You know,
this is gonna end with, like, Ivan and Sonic across a field from Tails, and Tails has a box, and Sonic is like, what's in the box?
Yeah.
Although Sonic is the one who goes to prison, so I don't know. Maybe Sonic's the one with the head in the box. I don't know, maybe it's going somewhere even more fucked up.
Probably.
Who knows? Tails, is that you? It's been so long, Sonic gleefully answered the phone. Tails was Sonic's best friend. After Robotnik had been defeated, Tails went in his own separate way in order to prove that he was independent. This is the first he heard of him in years. Tails, nobody calls me that anymore. Everyone calls me Miles now. What the fuck is everyone being so smug about first names all of a sudden? Tails said from the other side of the phone, okay, Miles, how have you been? Keeping good, I hope. Sonic asked curiously. Things have been pretty good.
Actually, I'm a serial killer and my mansion has been turned into an insane asylum, but...
Things have been pretty good, I suppose, Miles replied. Look, I know it's kind of abrupt, but I need your help. Something only the fastest thing alive can handle. Okay, I'll do anything to help my best buddy out, Sonic said excitedly. He hadn't been on an adventure in years. Okay, then meet me by the pier at 3. We'll talk, okay? Miles said before abruptly hanging up the phone. Sonic looked at the time. It was almost 1:30. Sonic had to hurry if he wanted to make it on time, but before he had left, his 3 kids came walking downstairs. Okay, so his wife left his kids there. No parents! No, not sure where her husband was, went to go buy groceries. I'm pretty sure she's cheating, but you know, guy outside the window looking in right now.
Yeah, I don't know, who knows? We're gonna find out.
Daddy, where are you going? Gertrude, the eldest child said. Of course,
prison to die.
Well, Daddy has to go to an important meeting, so he's got to leave now, honey, Sonic said. And just leave us here all alone, Gertrude responded smarmily. That's not a smarmily thing. That's a good question. Why would you leave your kids alone? To go do something with Tails. He didn't even tell you what it was, you just fucking go. That's like a great... No wonder he goes to jail. You're fucking stupid.
She accused him of neglect smarmily.
Naturally.
Okay. After a bit of thought, Sonic realized that the children could not take care of themselves. Even Gertrude at 12 was too irresponsible to take care of herself, let alone a 7 and 3-year-old. Okay, you can come along then. Great father. Greatest father. Sonic, I said. I mean, Tails was his best friend. What could possibly go wrong? So Sonic loaded his kids in his van and headed to the pier to meet up with Miles. Upon reaching the pier, Sonic told his kids to wait in the car as he got out and headed to the table that Miles was sitting at. Hi, old buddy. How's it been? Sonic said to his old friend. Miles smiled. Pretty good. Glad you could make it here. So what did you want from me anyway? Sonic questioned. So here's the thing, Sonic. After going on a mile, I decided to become an engineer. Of course, nowadays, all the money is in weapons dealing. Whoa! What?
What the?
I became an engineer. As you know, I've then decided to smuggle drugs.
For weapons. Let's get it right here. He's smuggling weapons.
Yeah.
Let's turn Sonic Mania back on.
So naturally, I began to produce and distribute weapons illegally across the border. It just keeps getting better. Miles explained. Sonic was shocked to hear this. Isn't that dangerous? Sonic said, and Miles nodded. Miles got out of his chair, revealing that one of his two tails had been blown off at some point. I don't know if I want to do this, Miles. It seems pretty dangerous, Sonic said nervously. It was then that Miles got close to Sonic. Look, Sonic, I just hooked the biggest deal of my lifetime. Only with someone as fast as you can help me get these weapons across the border. Look, I can pay you a good sum of money if you agree, and once you do this, you'll never have to speak to me again. Sonic thought to himself.
Sonic is going to jail for illegal the border to smuggle weapons.
Yeah, that's about
and
right.
is dying.
What a
That
good
is
story.
better than anything I could have thought of.
Yeah, I would have never gone that route personally.
I don't think anybody
Sonic-
would have really made this correlation.
Sonic thought to himself and weighed the options. It was dangerous, but the money could help his family out as they were going through some tough times at the moment. After thinking long
You're
and hard,
Sonic! What kind of money problems are you gonna have?
he agreed to help Miles out.
golden rings for half your life.
Great, I knew I could count on you. Let me load up in your van and head down to the border, Miles said. And they loaded into Sonic's van with his kids and headed down the border. I don't want to take my kids home or anything. You know,
Well,
no
take my
point doing
kids
that.
drug smuggling, why not? I mean, what could... Take your kid to work day.
Yeah, you know, what could possibly go wrong? After driving for 8 hours, Sonic, his kids, and Miles had made it to the border and began preparing to smuggle the weapons. Okay, can Sonic no longer run as fast as he could? Because he used to be able to fucking circle the globe in like, I don't know, a minute or so. I feel like this whole thing could have been avoided if he just fucking ran with them.
He's the fastest thing alive.
He's forgotten how to drive!
Or run, rather.
Okay, here's the plan. I'll hand you the weapons and you'll dash across the border before anyone notices you. It's a foolproof plan, Miles said, and Sonic nodded, agreeing with him. But before they could load up, a cop noticed them with the weapons, and before they knew it, a whole battalion of cops began to approach Sonic and Miles. Just how fucking fast are these cops?
Faster than Sonic, I guess.
need all the cops to come in 3 seconds right now.
It's Border Patrol Police Captain Speedy Gonzalez and Deputy Roadrunner.
Clearly. Oh. Miles threw Sonic a weapon, shouting, "Defend yourself, don't let them get you." Sonic was frightened. He had never used a gun before.
Oh my god.
I guess this takes place where Smash didn't happen. That was Shadow's thing. Regardless, he began to fire at the police. So shoot them, you fucking idiots. I'm gonna shoot at the police! What could happen that could possibly negatively impact me here? Oh god. A shootout began as the helicopters and more police began to show up. Sonic's children began to cry, and Sonic began to worry for their lives. He leaned over to Miles. "I think we should just turn ourselves in. I don't want to die." How ironic. But Miles didn't care and responded, "I don't want to go to prison. Not again," before firing at the cops again.
Quick again? What?
Holy shit.
Sonic tried to move forward to
really
comfort
fast.
his crying children. He had no idea what he was getting them into, and he regretted taking them. But before Sonic could see his children, he noticed a cop with a rocket launcher aiming at him. He leapt out of the way. The car blew up in a fiery explosion. Sonic barely clung on for life as he witnessed the smoldering wreck of the van before his very own eyes. Miles was also on the ground, weaker from the explosion as the cops began to surround him. Miles took out a gun out of desperation and killed himself. Sonic let the cops take him away as he passed out.
What?
Did Sonic's children
in this
blow
last
up in the van?
in this last little area, Sonic lost his children. His best friend killed himself, and he was shot at by a rocket launcher.
God! PTSD the Hedgehog.
This is the most metal Sonic story we've ever read.
Clearly, Sonic woke up in a cell, lonely, cold. He had been deemed guilty and sentenced for life, where he was unconscious. He wasn't even awake during his trial. You usually have to wait for people to fucking wake up first before you fucking sentence them to something. You didn't give him a chance to plead. Sonic couldn't believe how he had gotten here, how bad things had spiraled. He had learned that his wife had killed herself after hearing what happened. What the hell?
Wow! What about Ivan? What about that plot line?
Oh,
I thought that
God.
was gonna come in, but no.
Sonic became depressed. Day after day living in constant misery. He couldn't take it anymore. Sonic had smuggled himself a rope and intended on killing himself that night. As he got on the chair, he heard footsteps come closer and around the corner came familiar-looking friends of his. Sonic got onto his knees in front of his last beacon of hope. Ivan, please help me get out of here. But Ivan just laughed before saying, I finally got you, you wretched hedgehog!
Oh my god! No,
Sonic
no!
was shocked and sad at the same time.
No!
The only words
A
to
night
make
of
him-
passion.
The only words he could choke out was, why? Robotnik began to explain, after you had defeated me for the 1,000th time, I realized I had needed to get more cunning if I was going to stop you, so I pretended to retire and reform myself. Everything that happened was under my watch. I set up the deal with Miles to supply them with the weapons. I tipped the cops that you were coming. I even got my robot minions to kidnap your wife so you can take the kids with you. Robotnik began to laugh maniacally. Hearing this, Sonic was emotionally destroyed. He had been betrayed by the man he thought he had made friends with. I don't know what he expected. I mean, Robotnik's fucking always been evil. Always! The man he thought he loved? Really? I fucking spent one night with him after running without my wife knowing and went to his house about to play a prank, but now I fucking love this guy. Sonic then went up against the bars. Please just put me out of my misery. I can't take it anymore. Sonic was now in tears. Robotnik decided to fulfill Sonic's wish and got out his knife, brutally stabbing Sonic in the chest.
Oh!
Oh my god!
Sonic fell to the ground.
Can we get rid of that?
After Robotnik quietly walked
I will
out of the
use the
prison
legal
undetected.
system to kill Sonic the Hedgehog. Finally!
Robotnik then laughed to himself. His well laid out plan, one that he had meticulously planned out for years, had ended as a success. Finally, Robotnik had won. That wretched hedgehog was gone from his life and he was free to conquer the world.
Oh my
The end.
god! Oh my god!
That was fucking out there.
Yikes!
Oh my, jeez. Oh, man.
That
one
was
game-
wonderful.
I don't even know what to think about that.
That was so good. That was so good. It was such a
Jeez.
beautiful moment.
Wow.
One of the true classics of fanfiction.
Fanfic Master Theater.
Oh, this music though.
Yeah, good luck with that, Quad. I don't know how you're gonna fucking top that one. I don't really think it's worth trying. Maybe we should move on from Sonic. He's fucking dead now.
Yeah.
Over the years, we've seen him raped. We've seen him become pregnant. We've
Oh,
seen
God.
him have countless relationships, both gay and straight, but now he's fucking dead. And the real moral of the story is, don't date humans. How many times do I have to tell people? They are simply the worst. Eggman's a human. His wife was a human. She got kidnapped. She couldn't even fight. You shouldn't breed interspecies. One day you guys are gonna listen.
Oh my god. I don't know what we're gonna do after that. I really don't.
We're gonna
That is
what's
like-
what we can talk.
I need a moment of silence for my man Sonic the Hedgehog.
Well, you know, Sonic may have died,